Alexandra Badita. I'm the director of Global Woman Club Bucharest, and today I will be your host. And we are going to have fun, right?
Yes!
Awesome. Okay. I want to say thank you, first of all, for taking the time to be here on a Sunday and committing to do something for yourselves, because this is amazing, amazing. So give yourselves a big round of applause because you are here for yourselves. So let's see, who do we have in the room? Who is from the UK? I know we have some UK. Yes. Amazing. That is a global community. This is the power of being global and being really international. Because there are no more geographic boundaries, right? We can make a big impact now. It's not about just our local community, it's about being global and really having an international impact. And this is the beauty of being in an international community, because this way you can actually dream big. Are you ready to dream big?
Yes!
There is also a lot of support when you are part of a community, and this way you are encouraged to go beyond your limits. And this is just parts of the ingredients that started Global Woman Club, and you will hear everything that was at the beginning of the vision from the woman herself who started this vision, Mirela Sula, and you'll hear from her a little bit later. This is why we're here, and she made us all believe in this, and we are here because we believe in this vision and we want to make a bigger impact. When we launched Global Woman Club here in Bucharest last year, in November, it was after I moved back from London, and when I told people, you know, we're going to start Global Woman Club Bucharest, they were saying, global what? Yeah, good luck with that. And we didn't stop. We still did it. And I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to all the people who believe that we can actually create this community here in Romania. Starting with Mirela, who said yes when we suggested Global Women Bucharest when I moved back to my home country. And to the team who believed from the beginning, to the members who joined us from the first meeting, from the first breakfast meeting, to everyone who helped for this event because they believed in the vision. That's why they're all here, and that's why you are all here. So thank you for believing and taking this even further. Do you know what date is today?
Election day.
Elections Day, that's true. Don't forget to go and vote, yes. It is also the day when we celebrate 1 year of Global Woman Club Bucharest. And this will be a very, very fun-filled day. But we also wanted to do a little bit of a different type of party and to bring also value and knowledge and to have you dream bigger and to make an impact because you want to transform, you want to change, you want to be better every day. Isn't that right?
Yes.
So today I really want to invite you to open your mind and to just listen to every speaker that will be here on stage who will share their stories, their insights, and their tips. And if you ever feel overwhelmed, because this is what what happens usually at these types of events when you hear so much information. You might feel overwhelmed, but just trust your mind that it will make the selection of whatever you need to receive right now. Whether it's something for your personal growth or for your professional growth, just make sure that you pay attention a few days after or once you leave this room, and you will see that whatever sticks with you is exactly what you need. Just believe that. So relax in your chairs and make notes, ask questions, connect with people most importantly, because that is really, really important to make as many connections as possible. You have so many amazing people here in the room, and everyone has a story. Make sure you have deep conversations, meaningful conversations. It's really important to learn how to connect with each other. And I want to also say thank you to all our partners who supported us for today's event. And I'm going to read them just to make sure I don't skip anyone. The British Romanian Chamber of Commerce, the Netherlands Romanian Chamber of Commerce, Autism Voice, More Networking, Business Moms, the Romanian Investor Relations Association, Aqua Carpatica, Iverta, Idea Bank, Lisaco, Pharmacy, Cosmopolitan, Entrepreneur Romania, Brand Alchemist by Dana Lusha, How People Learn by Olympia Mesha, Impressivity by Alexandra, and also to Marie Novel for my beautiful dress. And speaking about partners and support, I want to talk to you just briefly about one subject that is really, really dear to my heart, and it was also one of the pillars that started Global Woman. Collaboration. Because it's really important to understand that we can work together as a team a lot better. We can go further when we work together. As you know, we are the average of the 5 people we spend most time with. Have you heard of this?
Yeah.
So if you spend your time surrounded by people with negative beliefs and with negative energy, how do you think you will feel?
Same.
And if you have people around you who dream big and make plans and take action and always improve themselves, do you think that will affect you in any way? Yes, because it's important to have people around us who really support us and who really give us the uplifting energy that we need. And once we are surrounded by these people, the next step is to really engage with them, to connect with them, and to start working together and see what results we can bring together. After I graduated from university in journalism, I started working for a publishing company, and then I worked for a cosmetics company, and in each of these places, I was surrounded by women. And all the amount of gossiping and backstabbing that I was seeing there really made me very sad, because I knew that's not how it's supposed to happen. And even to this day, I hear women in their workplace saying, "Oh, I would prefer to work with men than with women." And it's really sad, because why are we doing this? Why is this competition happening? You know, usually we believe that women have a more easy tendency to connect with each other because they have this emotional opening, whereas men tend to be more competitive with themselves and with other men because their ego and they want to prove something. And you know, it comes from the times when they were hunters and they needed to provide for their families, and they wouldn't ask for another hunter to help them, right? They would just go and do it themselves. Whereas for women, what happens? Women tend to compete with each other because it comes from that place of trying to compete for attention. And we always feel that we have to compete with each other because there's not enough for all of us. But how about, let's take this hypothetical situation. You have a coworker, a female coworker that gets an opportunity to be promoted. And she says, oh, I'm so happy, and then at that point you have two options. You can say, how can I find a way to show that she's not good enough for that opportunity? Or you can say, go to her and ask her, how can I support you? Because there is nothing that will be taken away from you. Something that belongs to you will be for you. And as Sheryl Sandberg says, the former CEO of Google, if you've heard of this quote, if there is not place for you at the table, then bring a chair and sit at that table. But you don't have to compete for that chair with other women. What you have to do is collaborate with other women and change the rules. If you bring one chair, then you can definitely bring the second chair as well for another woman. You can bring even more chairs because there is enough for everyone. We just have to shift our perspective and our mentality that we are lacking something and that there's only one thing that we need to achieve. And of course, when it comes to collaboration, I'm not only talking about how we spend our energy in trying to find ways in competing with women. It's also about collaboration between men and women. There is not a competition between men and women. We really support each other. We have skills and assets and different strengths that we bring to the table, and we can do it together. Because we enhance each other. We can transform the world together. Instead of trying to transform into each other, men trying to transform into women and women trying to be more manly, we can combine our strengths. Is that right?
Yes.
Good. So my message to you is today, connect with each other. Connect and see where these connections take you further. Maybe it will be a friendship, a collaboration. Just make sure that you really speak with each other and find out the story, the message that you have, the vision that you have, and then you can come tomorrow for our breakfast. You can come to our next breakfast with Global Woman. You can see each other again and again and build that trust so that after that you can collaborate and get bigger and better results and make a bigger impact. Because of course, 2 brains are more powerful than 1. 20 brains can change the world. And I'm just going to tell you one more short story before we move to the next part. But recently I read a story from a lady who was in Liberia, and she was rewarded the Nobel Prize because she had a protest, a peaceful protest to end the civil war in Liberia. And what was happening is that she was gathering women every day, wearing white t-shirts, just sitting peacefully in front of the government and demanding peace. And every day they were meeting, and every day they were just sitting there peacefully, just trying to get the attention of the press. And it took months, and they were sitting in sun and heat and rain, and they were just sitting there every single day. And the group got bigger and bigger. And yes, after a few months, the war ended. So this is the power that women can have collectively. Remember this. And because I mentioned that collaboration, support, trust, passion, vision is what brings us all together, and it is all the pillars that started Global Woman. I want to bring now on stage our founder, the founder of Global Woman, who had this big dream. And because of her, we are here today because we believed in this vision as well. So I want to invite the one and only Mirela Sula.